Yo, what is up, everybody? It is a cold, wet, and dreary day here in the Pacific Northwest. What better way to cope than to work on some footage? So let's talk about my purple chocolate unicorn Dadbod from Hoyt. I'm an ambassador with Hoyt. I'm actually running the ambassador program for Hoyt and Metro Boards currently, and I've worked with them to get a special build for me. This is a chocolate finish, chocolate stained Dadbod with glossy finish, not the standard matte black, because I need sparkle. We have custom laser cut purple glitter grip tape applied to the board. This board is awesome. I also have one of my buddies here work me up a unicorn logo. They threw in some sunglasses, that's nice of them. Look at this. He worked me up a unicorn logo, and I had that unicorn logo laser engraved on the belly of the Dadbod as my logo for this being my ambassador board. So here it is, upside down, but it looks fucking dope. So first, view out here in the sun. This board is so beautiful and sparkly. I love watching the camera go over the grip tape and just sparkle. First ride, fucking epic. This is one of the best rides I've ever had as far as cruise and fun and carvability. No problem hitting speed with this at all. No problem hitting speed and feeling like, wow, this is stable. Yeah, like I said, it's got that custom grip, custom finish with the gloss, the YTP unicorn on that belly. What else we got going on with this guy? I mean, it's an amazing board. And I can tell you on my first ride out, I banged out about a 25-30 mile ride around Lake Sammamish, and I started getting ahead of myself and was hauling ass and hit a bunch of tree roots coming through, and yeah, the stability of these Rosa trucks really came in handy. So let's talk about the board. We got the Hoyt Puck with channel hopping technology, one of the best remotes on the market. We got battle hardened 190 kV motors pushing 3100 watts with a 72:15 gear ratio on them Hoyt 7-inch CNC wheels. It's a duck battery system banging out a 16S 9P. And you can easily hit 44 miles an hour in this. You can get about 50 miles of range, maybe more depending. It's got a short wheelbase coming in around 38, slightly shorter wheelbase than some of the other boards. And the price point, we're coming in at $45.99 starting out. Now, hit me up in a DM, bro. I can get you the deals. We can get you some money off of that and possibly get you some special swag. So let's get into customizing this. This is stage one. Stage one, we got the purple glitter, the Hoyt logos, the custom unicorn logo, and then coming around here to stage two is where we're actually going to start getting into this part where we're going to use glitter and epoxy resin, and we're going to fucking fill all of this laser engraved stuff. First things we do is we're going to mix this 2-part epoxy together, half and half, your base and your activator, however the fuck they call it. You need to mix this up for a while. They say about 5 minutes mix time until the epoxy gets like nice and clear and you're not seeing any bubbles in it. Once we get it to that point, we start adding our glitter and then our actual pigment. So I have two things here. I have glitter, which I'm adding right now, and then some purple pigment to just add more purple to the whole mix. So it's like purple with this poppin' ass glitter. I'm really trying to match that grip tape with this epoxy resin that we're doing here. You need to be working on a completely flat surface. I used some syringes, and it was a little bit of a check it out and see how it fucking works and adjust from there, you know, trial and error. So when I first filled the first syringe, some of the glitter was getting stuck. So I just used a razor and cut this guy a little bit thicker on the end. Once I got it a little bit thicker, I was actually able to start getting the resin to come out of it into the area that I'm targeting much better. You basically want to get the epoxy in and get a nice layer where it's covering everything. You can use your syringe and move it back and forth to work it down towards making contact with all of the raw wood in the void created by the laser engraving. One thing that I've done while doing all of these different epoxies is I've used the tip of the syringe, and I've also used an X-Acto knife to help pull the epoxy into the corners for complete coverage. Once we have the epoxy in and we feel really good about the cavities that it's in, I actually then go back over it and I add in, it really worked out exactly as I was wanting. The Hoyt logo on the top really turned out amazing. And the next part is doing the bottom. So we got a Hoyt Street logo on the bottom, and additionally we do have my unicorn logo on the bottom. I will tell you that these fuckers here turned out to be incredibly challenging. Because of the size of the glitter, I couldn't get a small enough gauge syringe to apply just to the lettering. I fussed with this for a little bit, and then I eventually decided, hey, I am just gonna put this stuff on here and then do a wipe up and a clean off. So that's what I did. I ended up filling it over the letters, wiping it clean, and then cleaning with rubbing alcohol to actually get the results that I want. Unfortunately, I had the exact same thing when I tried to do my bigger logo with the unicorn and the Yeahthatperson tag and everything on it, right? So I did a similar thing. I just completely filled the top, rubbed it down, got it into all the places, and then I wiped it up, squeegeed it out, wiped it up with a paper towel, and then went over everything in rubbing alcohol. The end result is amazing. The way the logos turned out, both my personal logo and the Hoyt logo and lettering, is fucking amazing. The way that the light sparkles on the grip tape, and that grip tape ties in so closely with the coloring of the lettering. I really just pat myself on the back on this one. I nailed this so good. Am I right? All right, so what's up next? We need some telemetry. So I'm gonna drop in this Gotchi Pro. The Gotchi Pro is the successor to the Gotchi. We're actually putting in a dev module. It's a little bit bigger than the final module will be, but it'll get us going and help develop for the future. This allows us to record rides, as you're seeing on the screen, track what we're doing. It tracks faults and everything. You can also use the Gotchi to program your actual ESC just like you would the VESC tool. So it's a full-featured app. The module is a full-featured Bluetooth module plus. So it's all of that plus all of this telemetry logging. And that's really great. You can look back and see if you hit issues and if you did where they were and possibly was there a fault. And see how your performance is, how you're using your battery, so many different things. All right, so let's jump over into stage 3. This one's the wrap up. We're doing purple lettering on the tires with tire paint. I also sent some Hoyt 7-inch hubs off to get custom anodized by Arc Anodizing. So this is a Purple Galaxy anodization process, and this will probably start you out around $200, maybe $250 if you're working with these exact same hubs. And that's getting them anodized with the coloring and polishing. So first thing we want to do at build day is get these guys on. So we need to get our bearings in. Fortunately, at the Black Lodge, we do have a press. So I took all these guys over and pressed in all of the bearings. And it felt really good doing it. Like, these things look so amazing. Like, I've been beside myself. The way that these have turned out is just amazing. I actually was going to start with just doing a powder coat and trying to get a powder coat purple on there. And then I found that it was going to increase the actual size and the variances of the metal, and the actual amount of space that we have is so precision that it wouldn't fit. So I had to go with the anodization route, and finding Arc Anodization really was a fucking, I don't know. It was just so awesome. So shout outs to Bert for hooking me up with that lead on Arc Anodizing. So now we got these little hubs all back together, and they look beautiful. I have also put on purple anodized valve stem caps which have unicorns on them. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but what you're not noticing is some ugly ass bronze looking valve stems popping out. That's because I actually got some purple spray paint and removed the tubes and taped everything off, and I straight up just fucking painted them valve stems purple as well so that they match and it all ties in and they don't stick out like a sore thumb, because nobody wants that. So yeah, here I am putting on one of these beautiful valve caps. Valve stem caps. All right, so it's time to wrap this up and go ahead and get these regular 7s off of here and put on these new 7s. Get everything tied in and just looking beautiful. It's such a night and day difference. Like, the board looked dope before. Like, the board looked dope before and absolutely did not need these. And yet it absolutely did need these, am I right? Like, this is next level shit. And having the color pattern matched pulleys is just like, whoa. Yeah. This is what I'm talking about, man. Taking customization to the next level. Inspiration from this, I gotta give a big shout out to Bao, aka B-Boy Bowser, and his teal one-off Dadbod. This thing is so beautiful. It definitely inspired me to make a custom, unique Dadbod that is different from the rest, that stands out and sets itself aside. And I feel like I did that, and that this board can sit with Bao's Dadbod, and they will both look unique and different. Yeah. Shredlights. I put the Shredlights SL 300 pluses and FX pluses on this, so as you saw there, the lighting is beautiful. And the coolest thing about that is they turn on when you step on the board and start moving, and they turn themselves off after a period of inactivity. There's no more getting down and turning on 70 billion freaking lights every time you want to go for a ride. And the way this board rides is just so great. It's one of the best production boards I've ever had the pleasure of putting my feet on, and am delightfully fucking happy that this is my board. Anyways, that's what's up. I'm going to put links to everything in the description below. I'll try to put some timestamps in there as well for people so you can jump back and do some quick references and all. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comments or find me on Instagram and DM me. And if you're in the Seattle area and want to get your feet on a Dadbod or a Tabor, ping me. Let's make it happen and get you on one. That's what's up. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you on the next vid.